Hello, this is Jessica McKay from jessicamckay.com. Thank you so much for watching this video on numerologist.com. This is your May Spirit Guide reading. Go ahead and take a moment to connect with yourself, connect inside, and just ask which message is perfect for you for the month of May, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Now, there are 2 cards that come up for each message that you're drawn to. And we're using the Osho Zen Tarot for this reading, by the way. So if you were drawn to message number 1, the first card that came up is morality. This is a very serious card, a very rigid card, and it's about beliefs. It's about what you're believing about life right now or your situation right now, and it's about a sense of seeing things in a black and white way, where you're looking at life and there doesn't seem to be any alternatives. It's just things are the way they are and that's it. And it may be true that you are dealing with some serious limitations right now that you can't control. But this is about the mind. It's about the mind. It's about your conditioning. It's about what the people who might have raised you gave you. So a lot of times there are these family figures that become voices in the head, and we adopt those beliefs of the people who raised us without even knowing that we're doing it, in spite of our attempts to be individuals, you know? So it feels like you're dealing with a lot of black and white thinking. This is a card of self-oppression. What ways are you oppressing yourself? And mentally, we're talking, this is really a mental card. So are you criticizing yourself? Are you making yourself wrong for something? Are you thinking you're not enough? How are you oppressing yourself? Now, the good news is that the card that came up with this is letting go. So you have an opportunity right now to let go of this old stuff. And I feel like you don't have to do anything to make this happen or to force this. This is something that's happening. And these cards are reflecting to you the process that you're already going through. So just notice that right now there's this space that's open for you to let go of the ways that you oppress yourself and the ways that you think about life in black and white. So it might take a little bit of introspection to figure out what those ways are, or what it is that you're focusing on that makes you feel so oppressed. It's usually 100%, it's always a lie. That which makes you feel terrible is usually a lie. It's not true. And it may be that you don't know the answer. It may be that right now the solution eludes you. That's okay. But this letting go here is about letting yourself off the hook. There's no reason for you to walk around with a sense of oppression or a sense of burden, or feeling bad about yourself or bad about something, feeling guilty, feeling ashamed. All that stuff is not helping you, and it's time to let it go. It really is. It's time to let it go. So this is your opportunity to do that, and the best way to do that is just to notice when you feel bad, to notice when you feel stuck, oppressed, lost, when it feels like a burden, when life begins to feel like a burden and there's this sense of heaviness, if you can notice that, and then what are you thinking? What story are you telling that's making you feel like that? And then get rid of it. Let it go. It's not true. It's not valid. There's no reason for you to hold on to it. It's not the truth of who you are. So this is your time to do that. So that is message number 1. If you were drawn to message number 2, the first card that came up was silence. So this is very similar to the stillness card that came up last month. And then the card that came with this was guilt. Guilt. So silence and guilt. So the sense that I get is that this is very similar to message number 1. So this is about silencing those terrible voices in the mind that plague you, that hurt you, that cause you to feel guilty. And the voices may not belong to you. They may come from people that raised you. They may come from teachers you had growing up. The voice of authority that told you that you should feel bad about something. And then you took that on, you internalized it, and then did it to yourself. And we call that the inner judge. So then you've got this inner judge that is criticizing and ruining any peace or joy that you might have in the moment. So I feel like this month, this is your opportunity, is to look at that. Where have you been feeling guilty or not enough, or that you have to be worthy, you have to do more, you have to help, you have to fix, you haven't been there for someone and you wish you would have, you should have. All those voices in the head that rob you of your peace. It's really time to see that for what it is, which is it's a lie. It's not true. It wasn't true then, and it's not true now. So if you can see that, and really if you can catch it when you feel that guilt, and sometimes we don't feel it. Sometimes guilt, it's like a low grade feeling that you carry with you as you go about your life. And now that our lives have been disrupted in the way that they have, for some who are home, there's an opportunity to go deep and to feel your feelings more, to see the low grade anxiety, the low grade guilt, to feel it and go, wow, I had no idea that was there. And then to work on releasing that, because you don't need to carry that around. And if you are someone who is still working and out there doing your thing, this is, it's about the silence piece. In whatever way your life has changed, going into the silence, going into the quiet that is inside you, because there's a part of you that is silence itself. So even though the mind is literally screaming, there's a part of you that is always at peace, no matter what the heck is happening. There's this peaceful part of you, and you can access it when you go into the silence. So that's your homework, if you choose to accept it, is to just connect with silence, the quiet. Notice the mind screaming, notice it doing what it's doing, and connect with the silence, connect with that part of you that is connected to the one thing here, life, which animates and moves through everything. That's really your nature. The silence is who you really are, and this is what you learn to be. So this is who you are, and this is what you learn how to be. And this can be unlearned. So that is the message. If you were drawn to message number 3, these two cards are so similar. This is like the same message. So check this out. postponement. So you see this woman, she's looking out the window and everything inside is black and white. She's black and white. But then you look out the window and there's all this color out there. And this is a state of mind. This is the thought that, well, once I can go out, once I can accomplish this, once this happens, then my life will be colorful again. Then my life will be good. As soon as this is over, as soon as I get over this hump, I'm going to be okay. And that is postponing your life, because your life is now. It's happening now. And when you postpone, when you look out the window, or you look and you say, gosh, in the future, once this happens, then I'm really going to be alive and living and life will be great. You're robbing yourself of this moment. And the card that came up with this is called the dream. And you see this woman she's dreaming of this relationship. And in her mind, she's saying, if only I had that, if only I had that, my life would be what I wanted it to be. And so these cards, this is the same energy. And so you're getting a double message here saying, don't do that. Don't do that anymore. If you have been postponing something, putting it off for later, saying, I'll feel good when this happens, then you're not able to access joy now. And with the dream card, it's the same thing. You can be happy without the relationship. You can feel the joy without that thing that you're dreaming of, because you're alive, because you're here. And that life is so precious. And connect with the joy. Like I said, with message number 2, there's this peace that's always inside you that has nothing to do with what's going on, with what you lack. It's always there. And so if you can connect with that and say to the part of you that wants the dream to come true, yeah, we can have that. We can have that. But right now, there's this moment. And I don't want to lose this moment. I don't want to waste this moment wishing for something that I don't have. So that's the message, is to come very, very present and enjoy. Let your surroundings now come into focus and be colorful and alive, rather than feeling like you're living in a black and white world. And it's only when A, B, or C happens that you'll be living life to the fullest. Live it now. So those are the messages for May. I hope that they were helpful to you. If they were, please feel free to share this message. Please subscribe to our channel and take good care of yourself.